With the recent nerfs, I wanted to bring you a strategy where it doesn't actually use those overpowered equipment. So let's dive in and see what RS does with Super Dragons. Here we are on the first attack and we have this Rage Invis Tower base. Now guys, look at what RS is doing on this base. He's going in without the RC, by the way, so he is choosing to go with the king. He's going just a rage on the right side. This is not a super dragon attack where you drop 2 rages at the very start. You drop, then you can see where the dragons go. Now you have that kind of super dragon in your blimp, and the loons, they will always take down the town hall, and with the same super dragon he's taking down that entire core. Now notice all his dragons went to the right side, but he still got a few on the left. But you know, he's dropping the king also on that side of the base to help out with the queen. And now I don't know why is that giant being dropped, I don't know, but obviously his strategy is the one he uses in Legends League. So he's mostly using this exact army in Legends League, which he can take kind of down those mortars and air defenses with his flame flinger when he has a few giants and archers. And look at this, with the king, his earthquake boots and the spiky ball, even though today it got a nerf, like obviously it didn't get a nerf right today, but you saw the news. This equipment is not equipment whereas it's gonna destroy the core and the base is gone. No, it's just simply just to open the walls for the queen, and the ball just to speed things up and take down those defenses or the buildings that are left at the end of an attack. Simple as that. We're gonna dive into a more narrowed down approach with the super dragons. So here we are on the second attack, and he has the stone slammer going in right now, and I hope I see some flame flinger action as well. But I just want to show you that he has different kind of versions of plans on a certain base. On this one, he went with the giant arrow to take down both sweepers, and now he's going in with the warden ability. Notice he went first with the 1 rage on the left, then once he sees the dragon moving nicely to the right, he may go with the rage, but if there's too many of them, you don't need the rage, you will have the damage, but then he's gonna rage in front of them. Now he has that 1 dragon on the left side. Take a look at that. He may invest some free spells on them. King and queen on the right, a few dragons going through the middle of the base to reach that town hall, making sure he's raging the minion prince, and his minion prince actually level 79. Level 90 minion prince is literally a cheat code on damage. This man just does not die and just keeps on going with the damage. He does have a phoenix, so the minion prince can come back and finish the defenses. He was left alone in the core. Now he has the king ability still, don't forget, and he has a few free spells to keep for his dragons and the queen. That is important because don't forget, you don't have the royal champion for the back end. So what he's gonna do is to keep the queen alive and move around the base with the queen and the king earthquake boots. Now of course, some people, I think they tend to use that vamp stash, and it did get a buff, but I still don't know if the earthquake boots on the dragon attacks is literally a cheat code. Like, you can literally open anything. Some of you may start time failing if you use flame flingers for too long, and this spiky ball earthquake boots combo is still very good. But the fact that this strategy doesn't use either fireball or that electro boots is what makes it interesting, and even completely ignoring the RC, and that's interesting, man. That's really cool. Let's move on to the third hit. Here we are, and RS is right now hitting number 4. So going with that arrow, now he took down 1 sweeper, and you might be saying like, why did he take down the other one? Well, it's easier to go into 1 sweeper than 2, obviously. Now he's going with that double rage approach because there's a lot of heavy buildings, and also he wants to get a nice split and get through this entire side a lot quicker. So he's going in with a few dragons on the left, a few in the core, and 1 on the right. Obviously the air defense is going to be annoying, but notice he's dropping a skelly spell on those ground targeting defenses. He's raging his minion prince and the dragons to move through that core, and the only thing that can stop this attack at this point is either a very toxic clan castle or this backend Tesla farm hero combination. But let's see how many spells he got, because obviously this is a lot of spells and he has a lot of super dragons still. And that is what makes this strategy interesting and what makes RS one of the best players to use this strategy in the highest level. Obviously, his king on the outside will never use her ability unless there's a single inferno, or a monolith, which if you take closer look, he never really tends to send the king around the areas, whereas there is monolith. Obviously he does have skelly spell and free spell to take down the monolith or kind of tank it at least for a few seconds, but this was a crushing attack. All 4 heroes alive, swag spells, dragons alive, absolutely crazy. But let's move on and see what happens if you get a 99%. Now here we are on this double rage interesting diamond setup. He's going in with the queen giant arrow. I don't know what he was targeting, but mainly the air defenses, but this time around he's going behind the sweepers. That is really different than what we saw on the other ones, because the other ones the queen went to take down the air defenses obviously. Now this rage spell was a bit bad. His dragons will have to suffer now. A lot of the dragons went to the right side, and only thing in this heavy core is one dragon and a minion prince, which they have a lot of air targeting stuff, and there may be a lot of traps. This is where obviously things start to go wrong, but let's see if this attack still goes through. Now this kind of base had 3 single infernos, which is really heavy for some of the dragons if you don't have skelly spells. Now minion prince is gonna die in the core, but notice the phoenix brought him back to take down that clan castle and the enemy queen and maybe the monolith. Let's see what happens. The king opens up the base for the entire kind of queen, I would say, access, and now the monolith just went down. But look at his spells. What is happening? Obviously he thought there would be no traps, and now the queen is stuck and he has 2 swag spells. He's gonna fail, but with the swag spell. So this is where you can obviously see it's important to keep your minion prince alive. The same minion prince could have taken down that scatter shot maybe from the back when he was taking down the monolith. You can keep them alive. Obviously if you really try to hold the spells for like 1 dragon at the end, this is what's gonna happen. A trap or something is all it takes to make you fail, or in this case kind of time fail, because I know obviously it's a fail, but let's see obviously how this strategy does for you in wars. CWL may be coming up very soon, and also Legends League. So the link of it will be down below in the description, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions or any suggestions, make sure you leave it down below. Take care and peace.